Light is Britain's far-right conspiracy theory paper spreading hate and vicious lies. No, that's what the BBC say. The Light is the only national newspaper bringing you the real news and informed opinion on what's really going on today. You can subscribe, order copies, submit articles, and read back issues on our website, thelightpaper.co.uk, and see for yourself why the establishment are so worried about the uncensored truth getting out to people every month. The Light Paper. Not far right, just right so far. thelightpaper.co.uk.
Scene script. Have you ever pondered the idea of financial independence and early retirement? The notion of not having to clock in at 9 or wrestle with the daily grind? Imagine a life where you're not shackled by financial obligations or a demanding job. It's not an impossible dream, but a reality for those who embrace the FIRE movement. That's financial independence, retire early. Consider the tale of Jane, a woman in her early 30s. Jane was an ordinary person living an ordinary life. She had a 9-to-5 job, a mortgage, car payments, and a lifestyle that was comfortable but hardly extravagant. And like most people, she dreamed of a life where she didn't have to worry about money. Jane decided to make a change. She began by cutting back on non-essential expenses, saving as much of her income as possible. She invested wisely, focusing on assets that generated passive income that didn't require her to trade time for money. Slowly but surely, Jane began to build her financial independence. She was still working, but she was no longer living paycheck to paycheck. She had a safety net, a cushion that gave her the freedom to make choices based on what she wanted, not what she needed. Fast forward 10 years, Jane, now in her early 40s, had achieved her goal. She was financially independent. She had enough passive income to cover her living expenses, and she no longer needed to work to survive. She was free to retire early, to spend her time as she pleased. Jane's story may seem extraordinary, but it's not unique. It's the story of anyone who has embraced the principles of the FIRE movement. It's a tale of discipline, of sacrifice, and of a relentless pursuit of financial independence. To summarize, the key points discussed today revolve around the idea of financial independence and early retirement. It requires discipline and sacrifice, cutting back on non-essential expenses and saving as much as possible. It involves investing wisely, focusing on assets that generate passive income. But most importantly, it requires a change in mindset. It's about seeing money not as a means to buy things, but as a tool to buy freedom. It's about understanding the true value of time and the freedom that comes with not having to trade it for money. This is the essence of the FIRE movement. It's not just about retiring early, it's about achieving financial independence, about gaining the freedom to live life on your own terms. Like Jane, you too can embrace the principles of the FIRE movement and embark on a journey towards financial independence and early retirement. After all, the only thing standing between you and your financial freedom is you.
Ever wondered how much you'd need to save to achieve financial independence? The answer lies within the mathematics of a concept known as FIRE, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. The most essential number in your journey to financial independence is calculated by multiplying your annual spend by 25. Notice the emphasis on annual spend, not annual income. This calculation is based on the principle that you need £300 invested for every pound you wish to spend each month in passive income. Hence, your FIRE number is also your monthly spend times 300. This mathematical principle is founded on the 4% safe withdrawal rate, as defined by financial advisor William Bengen. He proposed this rate after analyzing the S&P 500, which typically produces an average of better than 10% growth per year when studied over a period of approximately 30 years. Bengen considered factors such as inflation and market volatility. After studying previous market activity, he concluded that a 4% rate of withdrawal per year would provide for a 30-year sustainable portfolio in the vast majority of cases. So to paint a clearer picture, if your monthly spend is £1,000, then your target for financial independence is 300 times 1,000, or £300,000. Alternatively, if your annual spend is £12,000, your financial independence target is 25 times 12,000, which also equates to £300,000. The first step in planning your financial independence, therefore, lies in understanding your monthly and yearly expenditure. Without this knowledge, it is impossible to take further strides towards your financial freedom. In summary, the mathematics of FIRE revolves around the principle of multiplying your annual spend by 25 or your monthly spend by 300 based on the 4% safe withdrawal rate. Knowing your monthly and annual spend is crucial in determining the amount you need to save to achieve financial independence. Armed with this knowledge, you can then plan your journey towards financial freedom. Remember, the journey to financial independence is not a sprint, but a marathon. Embrace the mathematics of FIRE and take the first step towards your financial independence today.
Good morning, guys. 2 seconds. I didn't realize I was going to be having the little echo effect there. Let's get rid of that. Put monitor off and see how that goes. Okay, am I still hearing it? No, I'm not. That is interesting. Okay, so I think we've got it now. So monitor only would allow me to hear the mic but not put it out. Okay, yeah, strange looking settings in OBS there, but here we've got it sorted finally. I see the level jumping as I speak, so that's good. Right, good morning, guys. Apologies. It is 8:11 on Monday, the 8th of September 2025. That means we have completed 3 years and 23 weeks of this roughly 8-year FIRE journey. FIRE experiment, if you like. The market is open, and let's just have a quick look and see where everything is sitting. So the current price, current market value, £91.22. The current portfolio value now 27,250, and that gives us a return on investment of 26.8%. I think that has risen slightly from previously. Current average price as things stand £71.91. I would think there's a good chance that'll breach the £72 in the course of this video, but hold 72 in your mind for now. Let's see if that happens. And in terms of the shares in the portfolio, we've got 298.7. Again, I think that's likely to pass to 300 in the course of this video. But before we go any further, let me just draw your attention to Monzo.
I want a bank that makes money easy.
That sounds perfectly reasonable.
And you are?
We're a bank called Monzo.
I want a bank that shows me what I spend instantly.
No problem, just give us a go. See?
Can you make splitting bills easy?
Super easy, check this out.
But it's a real faff to sign up.
It takes less than 10 minutes.
Ratio.
You're on.
Can I talk to a real person 24/7?
Of course.
Even now?
Yep.
Even now?
Anytime.
Can you tell me when I'm running a little low on cash?
We certainly can.
Cool. Can I afford these?
You certainly can't, sorry. Can't afford that either.
That's a real shame.
Not really. Time's up, how'd you get on?
It's a draw.
Can you help me save for my next holiday?
Oh, how about you set up a savings pot in the Monzo app called Barbados, baby?
Thanks for listening, Monzo.
We're all ears.
We can go now.
Rude. You make Monzo Monzo.
Okay, as I was setting up the video, I decided I would just have a quick look and make sure that the affiliate links are still working, and indeed they are. So this is the one for Monzo. When you go to the affiliate link in the description, the current offer, as you'll see here, it says sign up for Monzo. Make your first card payment in the next 30 days. When you do, you and your friend will both get a mystery reward of 10, 20 or £50, and you can sign up using your phone number. There's other information on the page there. If we look at the one for Smarty Mobile, as you'll see, it says sorry, let me get rid of that advert. So they are giving 80 gigabytes of data for £10. It used to be 40 gig. As it says there, flexible plans, leave anytime, and you can order a SIM there. Not sure why that doesn't mention anything about affiliates or whatnot, but that's where the affiliate link takes you. So I would imagine there's something to be gained at least. Right, let's get back to the market. So normally at this stage I will have a look at the notifications. Avgo trading higher. Broadcom surges 12% on new $10 billion customer, rumored to be OpenAI. If you haven't looked at AI, even free AI offerings online, I would suggest you do go and have a look at that. Some of it is really quite impressive. A couple of the ones that I found to be quite good, personally speaking, are ChatGPT. Often as not, I find that it seems to dig out information that Google Assistant doesn't always find. If you're looking for some sort of information, I'll give you one example. Actually, a very recent example. Yesterday evening, I think there was a lunar eclipse in the UK, and on a relative's phone, they had asked Google Assistant about it, and Google Assistant didn't seem to be aware of it. But when I asked ChatGPT, it did give me the information. Now that said, probably because of my settings, I'm not too sure, but the times that it quoted were actually in GMT. But either way, you know, it was able to find it where the Google Assistant wasn't. So AI, I would suggest, is a force to be reckoned with, something to be aware of. I've also used another one called Suno, S-U-N-O. Suno AI is quite a powerful music creation tool, and quite honestly, all you need to do is give it a little bit of something to go on, and it will invent the rest. It really is quite impressive in terms of how it's able to come up with tunes and beats and all the rest. Some of it is really quite listenable, if that's even a word. But let's continue. GTLB GitLab tumbles 8% as investors fret over its softer revenue guidance and a CFO change. Okay, so market reaction there to that. Right, let's go ahead and get on with our weekly investment. So as you know by now, if you watch the channel, each week I invest 120 theoretical pounds in the market, specifically in the Vanguard S&P 500 exchange traded fund, and we're using the Trading 212 practice platform for this. At today's current market price, that's expected to buy us roughly 1.3 shares. I will process that as a market buy, and as you can see, there is no commission, and let's see what we get when we send that through. So we did get 1.31 shares, and the purchase price was £91.20. Let's see how that has affected the figures. Okay, so in terms of shares, do you remember I said that I expected we would just pass the threshold for 300? So that is indeed the case, only just, and we haven't quite actually passed the threshold for the average price into the £72 bracket, although as you might say, as close as damn it. Now sitting at 71.99. And the return on investment has come down very slightly, but the increase in value for the day has also moved very slightly since the broadcast started, sitting just below 0.5% for the day so far. Interestingly, if you look at the top of the graph here, you'll see that although everything has been green for quite a while now, it has still not quite peaked above the previous high, which was seen back around January, before Trump's tariff announcements. So let's just roll down and see what that actually was. So the high price for the last rolling 52 weeks was 93.82, and we're currently sitting at 91.19. So a little bit to go before we see new market highs there, although all the indications are that that is going to happen in the not too distant. That's going to be pretty much it for today, guys. If you find the content interesting, why not subscribe to the channel if you're interested in following the journey, or indeed if you found this episode particularly good, why not give it a thumbs up. Apologies once again for the technical issue at the very start. Initially when I connected my microphone, it wasn't showing in the panel, which caused me a little bit of trepidation, not to say the least. And I was still working on getting that sorted. Thought I had got it sorted actually whenever the video started, but then of course I could hear myself, which is never a good sign, and that's why that occurred. But as I say, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your week, and I'll be back next week with more. Bye for now.